Guess I'm going to call younger Doc. If I didn't walk so slow. Alright, here I am. Alright, get to that phone back there.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at
Master
the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me you worked at the courthouse.
Yeah, let's see what he looks like. Gonna have that same long face. I can see it. Alright, so I'm going to the courthouse. What are we doing in the courthouse then? Okay, I'm finally here. Courthouse door. Whoa!
Don't touch those! These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
You're actually kind of cute.
Naturally, A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? What am I missing here? Or do we take H stands at line up? H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might be equal to A.
I hear him muttering. Oh, there you are.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
When will you be finished?
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
You smile like it's a good thing.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Okay. How about quitting early?
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer, or soda. What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sound a little scared.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Hi, working all right.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. Coloration is reduced by the...
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
I've got no, don't worry, I'm a scientist.
I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
And it's connected to the red thing. The red thing's connected to my
you don't want your old man to know.
wristwatch.
That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have
MC square.
absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong.
What? Wait, I thought E equals MC square was a thing then.
Scales.
Nope, I already saw it.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Guys, don't worry.
Come on, you can trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more,
There's
I'll
that
sue you
word.
for defamation of character!
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime.
Yeah,
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Callahan, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment.
Sounds
okay,
like you're
so it's the same
scared of your father.
things.
Scared of my... The only people scared of my...
Alright.
Emmett,
Alright,
Stand for the one-dimensional harmonic
I think I'm
oscillator.
gonna help you.
H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come... to come out less than expectation value of A, right?
Doc's notebook doesn't belong to him. Okay, actually, it does belong to him, but not yet. In any event, it's probably a really bad idea to give him a book full of all the things he hasn't invented yet.
Alright. I'm guessing he went back in the courthouse.
Now,
I don't need to go in there anymore.
The one-dimensional harmonic oscillator.
I wasn't even in there in the first place, but okay. I don't know. Why do I have that?
I don't think that picture's gonna do anything
Yeah.
but confuse people.
Muttering himself about what he thinks you're not listening. So what, I have to listen to him?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime.
Same thing. Yeah.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
I'll figure it out. Hold on. Okay, so I pretty much have to talk to Doc again.
Psst, Doc.
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
So he's not a scientist.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections. So I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him. But right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Yourself mutters.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Muttering. Yeah.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure. One which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
Alright.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Alright.
Let's talk about your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Alright, so... Alright, I figured out what to
Just give
do.
me a chance.
Harassment's a federal
I
crime,
accidentally
Mr.
hit that.
Callahan.
Sounds like you're a little...
No, that's not what I wanted to hit. Keep going. Keep going. That.
Damn it. About your...
Don't say it.
What I have to do...
H stands for Hermitian line operator, but in that case, H
I have
is
to
multiplied by the inverse of
use
A
my
minus
tape recorder.
equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible? Now, if H stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H to A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No, no. What am I missing here?
I just wanted you guys to hear that.
It's going to be the inverse. Oh, yes, I know. No. Not possible. No.
Alright, I'll wait till it comes back out and then I'll do the recording. I just wanted to hear what he was
that'll
muttering.
do.
No. Yeah, just do that. Yeah.
If H stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally...
Will you just give me a
No,
chance?
come on.
Harassment.
Damn it. About your...
Why can't I have record? I mean, I was gonna say, I have it recorded.
Think H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Huh?
Friction remains constant and the gravitational constant is variable. Wait,
Okay,
even
so
possible? Let's
now I go back to the dock.
Force equals mass times acceleration, of course. That's Newton. But how many
Yeah,
newtons are
I go back to
required
dock, I play it for him.
acceleration is reduced by the
I
inverse
guess
derivative of the
he'll
speed.
solve whatever problem's going on in his younger self's head. And then I use that info to get in good with him. I don't know. But let's just see what happens.
Doc!
Morty, how goes the escape plan?
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief. Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
It'll be fine.
Yeah, I saw my grandpa.
So I bumped into at the soup kitchen. My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
What was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it. Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Okay, now I gotta go back to younger self and tell him what I know. Oh my god, I'm so slow. Where? Let's stay right here. Okay,
Will you just give me a chance?
that was my intersection.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Planet Vulcan. Read a lot of Jules Verne.
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
I really need your rocket drill.
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
I need it tonight, yeah.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
Let me go in my
Besides,
basement and I'll find
there's no
something for
way
you.
I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. Part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it,
This
and I'll
look
see that
on
you
his
get the
face.
alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Arthur McFly? I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
Hello,
I'm
young
not
friend.
surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Alright, guess I'm talking to Kid?